Hey Griffin, I have a challenge for you. I want to see you carve something Pokemon related. Nothing obvious, no Pikachus, no starters, something really unique. You think you're up for it?
Sounds like an interesting challenge, Michael. I went through the Pokemon, there's about 1 trillion now, and I found a little guy that I think is going to be perfect for this video. Looks like a tree. His name is Pseudo-Wudo. When I cut this length of wood, I cut it a little bit long just to have extra room for the base and just some wiggle room on top. But one thing I need to be careful of in this stage is not to use the full amount. I need to make him a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable, and a little bit more shippable. So I should get his shape and his swoop before I start making him too skinny, just to be sure that there's enough to play with. So other than getting poison ivy, I am just drawing out where the hands are going to be. I'll cut out one side first, and then I'll have something easier to match it against. This arm is probably going to look more like this side. I mean, this little guy here, bent out a bit straighter. I need to obviously bring it in a bit, make it look smooth. I'm going to sand the body down now before there's anything attached to it to make it easier to get around. It feels really close, but I have a feeling we're going to be at this for hours. So as I was grinding Pichu's face down a little bit, I discovered like a part of the wood that's just like kind of like a bark material, and there's a hole here. And I could just, you know, sand it smooth and cover it over, but eventually it will probably fall out. Fortunately, this area is going to be painted, so I can use Bondo to fill it in instead of having to use a wood that matches, and you won't be able to tell the difference after the paint is on there. In some ways, Pseudo-Wudo was really easy because he was already in the shape of a log. So just bringing him kind of in more, making a little bit more of an idea of a log, a character of a log. The most challenging part of it was the decision to add Pichu. Added extra weight on the arms, which I was already a little bit concerned about getting in there solidly. In the past, when I've carved cartoon characters, it's been really hard to get them smooth and looking right, but for some reason it really worked for this one, maybe because most of his body is done in a semi-transparent stain. Thanks again for the idea, Michael. I ended up carving 2 Pokemon instead of just 1, so hopefully that more than meets your expectations. If anyone out there would like to challenge me, send a video request to info@griffonramsey.com, or you can find me on Twitter @griffonramsey, or you can click on the sculpture to subscribe. How's my makeup?